Hi, welcome to How to Repair. Have you got a built-in oven or stove that's not heating on the main function? The main function being the fan oven setting. It may be working on the grill and it may also be working in conjunction with the base element, but on the fan oven setting it's not working. Then you may have a simple problem like the fan oven element. In the previous video that I did, I showed you how to diagnose these more modern ovens that are controlled with circuit boards, but this is going to show you just how to replace the fan oven element. This video can be used for Hotpoint, Ariston, Indesit and Whirlpool machines and the other manufacturers you can see on the screen here. Okay, just so you can quickly understand the fault, I'm going to show you what could be happening on the more modern cooker with the circuit board and the old system which was a selector switch and thermostat. First, on the more modern cooker you would turn the oven on, select the fan oven setting, which on this cooker is the fan blade with a circle around it, press OK to the temperature, set it to manual time. The oven would come on. After a few seconds you will hear the fan motor running. You will actually see this strobe going up, but there is no indicator light for the actual element. But when you open the oven after a few minutes, the oven is cold. On the older machines you would actually select the selector switch, then turn the thermostat on, the little red light would come on, you would see the light on in the oven, you would also see that the fan was running, but again, there is no heat in the oven. On both of these occasions, the fan oven element might be at fault. On the older ovens, it is possible that you have a fault with either the selector switch or the thermostat. You can see that in other videos. On the more modern cookers, you may have a problem with the circuit board or one of the sensors. And also that was in the previous video that you could see. But let's get on with the job of replacing the element. And it's exactly the same in both ovens for the process. Okay, on both types of ovens, make sure you disconnect the electricity for safety. I'm going to remove the door for ease of filming so you can actually see everything. It is better to remove the door because at least you're not going to damage anything when doing it. I've also done a recent video on actually how to clean inside the glass door if it's useful to anyone. First, bend over the catches on the actual hinge system. This may vary from model to model. Lift the door until the hinges start tilting. Hold the door firmly and the door will come away. It actually locks into place on the hinges and there's a detailed video on that. Put the door down safely and securely somewhere. Then remove the oven shelf and any other interior that may be in there. Okay, I've set my torch up in the side here so you can see. There's normally either 2 or 4 screws. This has 2 screws at the top and also some location lugs at the bottom. Undo these screws. Don't worry, if the actual housing for the screws has corroded over a period of time, they may be very loose and you may need to replace them with larger screws because the moisture inside when you're cooking can corrode these 2 points. We can clearly see here that the element has damaged. That means there's a good indication that the element has gone and blown open circuit. Okay, to undo the fan oven element, make sure the power is disconnected before doing any work. And undo the screw at the base and also the screw that holds the element in place. This is the mounting plate. Carefully pull this towards you and the 2 wires will come attached to the element. With a small pair of pliers, hold the terminal clips and remove them. Make sure the wires don't go back through the hole, otherwise you'll have to take the cooker out of situ to go to the back of the cooker. We can clearly see here that the element has blown because there's a dirty great big crack on it. But if your element is still in good condition, you will need to test it with a multimeter. To do this, I will show you quickly how to do it. Okay, to test the actual elements, and I've got the new and old here because the old is open circuit. There's 2 tests you can do. You can set it to continuity, and of course the old element has no continuity at all, where the new element has perfect continuity. Or you could set it to the ohms reading. to do an accurate check of the resistance of the element. You would use this using Ohm's law calculator because we know the wattage should be around 2000 watts. On the new element we should get around 26 ohms of resistance, and of course the old element, as there is no circuit, has no resistance at all. This means that this element needs replacing, and we'll quickly fit the new element. Okay, to fit the new element, connect the two wires. You know, I actually first made this video 16 years ago for you on Hotpoint machines, and if you want to giggle, I will put the link in the description below for you, as not only was the film quality so poor in those days with old video cameras, I actually had hair, which is quite amazing. Put the two screws in, and once you've got them in, do them up with the screwdriver. Then replace the plate. You could also give this a good clean if you wanted to at this point. Okay, replace the interior and put the door back on. I'll explain how to do that. But while I'm doing this, at the end of this video there will be some information with regards a giveaway that we're doing. Our parts supplier and also RDS International have both agreed from now on, not only am I going to donate my time free of charge in repairing appliances and giving them away free, but they're also going to supply the parts free of charge and the appliances as well. And these will only be to needy families because times are getting hard and money is getting short. So to put the door on, make sure that the two latches go down correctly, make sure that the appliance door shuts, open and shut it a few times while holding onto it to make sure you get these hinges in the correct location. Okay, the oven's all reassembled, and pressing the on button again to the fan oven symbol, pressing OK on temperature, manual setting. The fan will come on before with the light. If you look at the ampage meter up here now, you can actually see that the appliance is drawing just over 2 kilowatt of power. That's because the fan, the element and also the light bulb are adding up to 2.2 kilowatts of power, and that's all working perfectly again. And there you go. Within a few minutes you can actually feel the heat in the oven. If you do need any elements for your appliance or any other parts, make sure you use the full model number off the identification plate, and in some cases the serial number or PNC number is needed. There's a link in the description below to all parts for cookers and ovens. In the next few weeks now I'm going to be giving away this appliance, and I'll be posting a YouTube short for people to enter the competition, and some needy family is going to get this appliance for free. If it's local to me, I'll be quite happy to go and install it for them, but if it's further afield, of course, they're going to have to get the appliance picked up. Thank you very much indeed for watching this video, and if we really helped you, you can always click on the Bipolar Beer page and donate to the website. Thanks very much indeed for watching.